Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Headbanger's Closet. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. This episode, I'm going to pay tribute and kind of give a little love to one of the greatest frontmen in all of music, let alone hard rock and heavy metal, in all of music, David Lee Roth. That's right, old Dave. Got to show that dude some love. He's still kicking ass at 60 plus years old to this day. The guy is such an icon. When you see a picture of him, regardless of when the photo was taken, you know it's Dave. When you hear his voice, you know it's Dave. He's that kind of front man. So I want to pay tribute to him, talk about the first 6 Van Halen records. If you go back in my channel, scroll down the video, I did a tribute to Eddie Van Halen just after his passing. I showcased my entire Van Halen collection, vinyl and CD, all of Dave's stuff, all of Sammy Hagar's stuff. But today we're focusing on Dave, and we're focusing on those first 6 Van Halen albums. I'm going to rank those first 6 Van Halen albums. I'm going to do them as my favorite records. In order from least favorite to my top favorite. And then I want to hear what you guys have to say. Leave me a comment down below. Give me your ranking of the best David Lee Roth era Van Halen albums. So let's get right into it. The first one, and kind of before I start, look, these are all phenomenal records. They're all classic albums. Almost all 6 of them are masterpieces in my opinion. But one of them's got to start at the bottom. And that one is going to be Diver Down. Came out April 14th, 1982. Ironically, it's one of my favorite Van Halen album artwork. But yeah, it's last because, let's be honest, although it's great, the body of work overall on the album isn't as strong as the others. That's the only reason. And truth be told, this album has more sentimental value to me than all the others. This particular album was a favorite of a friend of mine when we were little kids. We went to summer camp together. We played this album all summer long. Shortly after that summer, we both went to our respective schools, and he passed away in a tragic accident shortly after that school year started. And every time I hear anything off this album, and honestly anything from Van Halen in particular, I always think of him and remember him. But yeah, great album. And this photo right here, if I'm not mistaken, that's from that festival they played where they parachuted in to the venue and then played the set. I could be wrong, so if I am, please leave me a comment down below, let me know. But yeah, let's just talk about a couple of the few noteworthy tracks on this record that I really like. Little guitars and Hang 'Em High are cool. I like Pretty Woman. I really like the fact that they do covers in almost every album, and they really do a good job of making them their own. A lot of times, if you weren't paying attention, you might not know it's even a cover. That's how good they perform it and put their own style on it, so I think that's really cool. Another one's Dancing in the Street, which I really, really love. And I really like Happy Trails, kind of a fun little tune. But yeah, cool album, but it's got to come in at number 6 for me. One thing about my Van Halen David Lee Roth era collection, and then obviously 51 and 50, but for these albums right here, they're all first U.S. pressing on Warner Brothers. But yeah, some of these are friggin' old, so I tried to keep them in the best condition over the years, but this inner sleeve is basically split completely. But there's a cool collage of the guys. Here's a classic lineup photo, which is really, really cool. And yeah, these are all on standard black Warner Brothers records. I won't show you guys every single one. But yeah, I'm trying to keep this and not rip it any further than I already have over the years. But yeah, coming at number 6, Diver Down. Coming at number 5 is Fair Warning. This came out April 29th, 1981. And look, I could have put this at 6 and Diver Down at 5, but the fact that this album has Unchained on it was like, all right, it's got to be 5 for that reason only. Unchained is one of those tunes when you hear it, first guitar note, you know exactly who's playing. It's Eddie Van Halen. It's one of his best work with Van Halen, I guess I want to say. Iconic tune, again, you'll hear that word a lot on this episode because Van Halen's that kind of band. Eddie Van Halen's that kind of guitar player. David Lee Roth's that kind of singer. So, but just talk about a couple notable tracks. Obviously, Unchained is one of them. I really like Push Comes to Shove. Sinner Swing's awesome. Dirty Movies is cool. Sunday Afternoon in the Park's kind of cool. But I don't like this album as much as I do Diver Down, but it had Unchained. That's why it's got to go up to number 5. And my least favorite Van Halen album artwork, other than the fact this guy's getting his shit kicked out of him, these dudes are like laughing and pointing, I really don't know what else this thing is about. Standard fare, Warner Brothers. Oh, here's something cool. Check out that photo. Dave looks like he's still high and just rolled out of bed and teased the hair up. Michael Anthony, Eddie, and Alex looked like they just came from the damn salon and got a perm before they went and did the photo shoot. So coming at number 5, fair warning. Number 4, we've got Women and Children First. This came out March 26, 1980. I love the photos on this. I just think they're just cool looking photos. I like what they were going for. Dig the fact that Eddie's playing that Explorer body guitar, which I don't think I've seen him play even in videos all that much. This one's just standard blank sleeve. Again, Warner Brothers Records. But I really dig this album. This, for me, is one of those classic Van Halen records where I like this one and the other 3 we'll talk about much more than the other 2 songs. We've got another iconic Van Halen tune, And the Cradle Will Rock. We got Romeo's Delight, which is cool, and A Simple Rhyme is awesome. Could This Be Magic? Take Your Whiskey Home is great, and Everybody Wants Some is another phenomenal tune. Really, really into Eddie's guitar work on this album, and the other 3 that we'll talk about just in a minute as we get into the top 3 of my Van Halen, David Lee Roth favorites. But to me, this one and the next 3 is where you can hear those really cool, intricate guitar stuff that only Eddie can do. So, Women and Children First, number 4. And coming at number 3, and before I show you the third one, 1, 2, and 3 flip-flop for me. In fact, today, 1 and 2 changed positions. So these 3 are kind of interchangeable. They're all that amazing. Coming at number 3, we have Van Halen 2, March 23rd, 1979. Pretty cool picture of the guys in the back. That right there. Doesn't get any better of an album cover than that right there. Just the classic Van Halen logo. You don't need anything more. That says it all. Great record. Love this thing. Been taking good care of this through the years, but it's still got that ring wear on there. I've had this thing a really long time. I think I've actually had this one longer than all the others, with the exception of 1984. Cool picture of Alex and Dave. Dave's with all the nurses coming at him, giving him some drugs. And then you got Eddie and Michael Anthony right there. Another Warner Brothers record. We don't have to get into it. And I actually printed out the track listing on this because it's printed so damn small on the back. I can't read it. So track listing for this one, You're No Good, Dance the Night Away is great, but just more notable, Somebody Get Me a Doctor. I mean, does it get any better of a guitar riff than Eddie has in that song? I mean, that just gets me going, gets me moving every time I hear it. It's great. Bottoms Up is cool. Light Up the Sky is great. Spanish Fly. Women in Love, and then obviously the album closed with Beautiful Girls, another iconic track from Van Halen. Great album. And coming in number 3, Van Halen 2, like I said, they interchange all the damn time. Coming in number 2, and this thing just changed for me today, guys. Van Halen's debut record came out February 10th, 1978. Cool photos of the guys right there. Looks like these photos, looks like the dude's all sweaty, just came off stage from playing. Another classic Van Halen logo. Another inner sleeve that's splitting, and an album that's in pretty rough shape. So I'm trying to just put it back in there. Love that photo of Dave right there, though. I mean, their debut comes out, and you see this album cover, and instantly you're like, okay, that's what Van Halen's about. As you're listening to the tunes, you look at this album cover, you know exactly what they're about. This thing just freaking blew up. Became one of the best debut albums of all time, in my opinion. And for good reason. The first track on the album, Running with the Devil, that first note, you know exactly what it is because it's so damn iconic. Then we go into Eruption, another iconic Eddie Van Halen masterpiece. You Really Got Me is great. Ain't Talking About Love's absolutely phenomenal. Jamie's Crying, Atomic Punk. Feel Your Love Tonight, Little Dreamers, Ice Cream Man. I mean, come on. This thing is a classic. Every song on the album is basically a masterpiece. It's a flawless record right here. If we're talking about best Van Halen albums, this is it right here, number 1. But we're talking about my first, or my top favorite, whatever. And like I said, flip-flop today. That leaves only one. The first one that started it all for me, 1984. Came out January 9th, 1984. Still got the price tag and then the Jump hype sticker. It says, featuring the hit single Jump. Pretty cool photos on the back. I don't know, for some reason it's like flipped upside down. But you got 1984 Jump, Top Panama, Top Jimmy, Drop Dead Legs, another classic Eddie Van Halen guitar riff that's so underrated. Hot for Teacher, I'll Wait, Girl Gone Wild, and House of Pain. I mean, just like the debut record, this entire album is flawless. It's phenomenal. It's much different than the other ones. There's a lot more synth. Obviously, there's some controversy surrounding that. But look, it's a great record. It's the one that started it all for me. Go back down below, find that Van Halen video I did a few months ago. I kind of tell you why. Saw the Van Halen Jump video on MTV. That's where it all started for me. Fell in love with the band right then and there. And this thing's awesome. Love this album. So, like I said, it's backwards for some reason. So great record. There you have it. It's number one. Like I said, these first two flip-flop for me just like today. The top three flip-flop all the time. So that's my ranking for today. It could change tomorrow. So what's your ranking? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the first 6 David Lee Roth Van Halen albums. Hit that like and subscribe if you don't mind. I really appreciate that. And there'll be another video for you guys coming in very soon. Cheers, guys.